Where's Grandma? Go see Grandma.
Mommy, where's the mommy? Where's hi, darling?
Risky, who is it?
Oh, yes.
Grandma's getting snubbed.
Oh, sweetest thing. What, darling? What, honey?
My heart would belong to two oversized, energetic dogs. Peach and Risky came into my life when they were just little puppies. I didn't raise them for long. I was only helping out for a short while. But in that time, something changed. I thought I was the one caring for them, but it turns out they were caring for me too. Time flew by, and they grew so fast, taller, stronger, full of life. Eventually, they went to live with my children. I miss them dearly, but never imagined they would remember me the way they did. Then just recently, I visited my children's house again. As I stepped into the front yard, there they were, Peach and Risky, standing at the door, tails wagging, eyes locked on me. The moment the door opened, they ran out like bolts of joy, nearly knocking me over in excitement.
Hi, baby girl. Hi, fish. Hi.
Their happiness, their recognition, it was overwhelming. They hadn't forgotten. Not one bit. Since then, everywhere I go, they follow. They nuzzle into me, lean their big bodies gently against my legs and wait for me to reach out and stroke their heads. And I always do. They love being petted. But the truth is, I think I'd love it even more. They make me feel seen, loved, remembered. Sometimes I admit they exhaust me. They're big girls now, heavy paws, strong tails, lots of energy. But it doesn't matter. Just having them near is enough to lift my spirit. They bring something no medicine ever could, joy. At this age, I treasure every little moment. When I speak to them about my day, they sit close and listen, heads tilted, ears up. It's as if they understand every word. When I'm tired or quiet, they simply lie beside me. They don't ask for anything, just to be near. This year, I celebrated my 94th birthday with my family and with Peach and Risky at my side. It was a beautiful day. I don't know how many birthdays I have left, but I do know this. Every one of them is richer because of these two loyal companions. They've given my later years a kind of happiness I never expected. A warmth I didn't even know I was missing. They may be dogs, but to me, they're something more. They're dear friends, gentle protectors, and reminders that love doesn't care how old you are. If this story touched your heart, please share it. Tell us about the animals who have stood by you, who've healed your heart, or simply made you smile when you needed it most. Because sometimes, all it takes is a wagging tail to make life worth living again. They may have grown up fast, but the love between us, that will never grow old.
Oh, God. Oh, that's okay. That's where I leave it most every day.